What's up, man? What do we got going tonight?
We are preparing this magnificent piece of equipment to run our 15.5 gallon keg that we had modified, got the 8-inch port at the top, got two 2-inch ports at the bottom, be able to run this thing with electric or propane, be able to drain it easily, be able to fill it easily. We've got reducer down to 3-inch, 8-inch to 3-inch. We got a 3-inch to 2-inch. We got a 3-inch back up to 4-inch. We'll be able to run all kinds of configurations on this thing.
I'm liking it. I'm liking the versatility.
Get an 8-inch to 5-inch reducer and run the fat 10 cap on it.
Oh yeah, just put a North Georgia fat cap on there.
Options, my friends.
Options. So diversify your stills.
We've got about 3.5 gallons, 4-inch gallons, maybe 3.5 gallons of feints that are feints from neutral spirit runs where we did
those out.
Runs.
You should throw those out. Get rid of them.
So we've already ran these once, at least. Part of them probably been ran twice, and that's about the maximum limit because you start to stack your methanol at that point, and you don't want to do that. So now all of this just turns into alcohol for cleaning runs. So that's what we're doing.
Well, it's a good thing we got a big mouth on this.
It's got a big mouth.
Easy to fill. I will give it that.
Close that.
Whoa!
That's the only time I've ever done that.
Hey, but our shoes are sanitized now.
Our shoes are sanitized.
Win-win. What else we got going? Oh, we got a little mail from Jason down there in Louisiana.
A little bit of a mail call.
Not sure what all's in this. I see some stickers, see some bottles. Probably got some good stuff in it.
Yeah.
We'll save that bad boy and open it up on the live. This was an interesting one. If you guys have been watching the lives for very long, we did a pineapple kiwi brandy. Now essentially just pretty much a pineapple brandy. I was digging through my Shine closet the other day. And I noticed,
just hiding in the back.
What's this little jar of goodness here? And I pulled it out, and it's all yellow tinted now. It's been sitting on this pineapple for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
Probably
I think
amazing.
I say we pull it out of here, filter it off the pineapple,
all right,
and then consider proofing it down. Because if I remember right, this is pretty high proof.
Okay.
So I think we proof it down, and then I was on live earlier this week with Shua, and he said, you got a brandy, sometimes you're like, all right, is it missing something?
Back sweeten.
Ever think about sugar? Ever think about I'm a post-flavoring. I'm never just adding straight sugar.
Yeah.
So going to give that a try. We'll see how it turns out.
Hell yeah. See you on the live.
Hand cut copper, a torch's flame, built to last, I ain't one the same. Rolling that sheet, bending that steel, ever still got a story to tell. The proof's in the still, give it a go, you can't go wrong. Copper still cold.
That's a wild process.
Like 3 stages. Right?
She works in shining copper as like a fine artisan would work in like writing operas.
Right.
Like
she gets it.
Well, we're back with another exciting week of the ABV Society Live. Hope you guys are doing well. We're glad to be back with you. As you can see, got a little keg still behind us. I'm Zach. This is Cyrus. That's Adam. How are you guys?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm doing just good. It's 11 p.m. here, so I hope this week is better than the usual. I'm off to bed. Shall we shake a jar of bubbles at you? No, let's drink another crap beer. Love you too, Duke.
Duke, you're awesome.
What a guy. What a guy. Yeah, this week's beer flavor is Old Milwaukee, America's light beer. What's their slogan?
It's good enough.
It'll do in a pinch.
Yeah.
No, it was like
something for leisure.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh well.
Why wouldn't they put that on here?
It's on the box.
I'll have one in a little bit. I already had one, and I'm back to coffee and water.
They're not the best.
They're not the best.
Brewed for that wonderful world of leisure.
Brewed for that wonderful world of leisure.
It's kind of a mouthful.
Probably a bathroom episode or two. I don't know. Anyway, I'm drinking them and spilling them all over the new Just Brew It shirt. I don't know if you guys caught that on camera, but it's all right. That's why I wear the black.
You got a hole in your lip. Tonight we are running the keg still for its sacrificial run. About to put it in the rotation, start doing some fun shit with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You did a vinegar run on it just earlier, right?
Did the vinegar run? Yeah, I got some video footage of that. I'll probably just turn it into a little short. Nothing. I mean, I already have a couple of tutorials already on how to do vinegar runs, so
yeah,
no need to do another one, I think.
What do you think the number one rule of a vinegar run is, aside from add vinegar?
Run it as hard and fast as you can to get as much steam at the highest velocity you can get it to push through the still.
Rule number one for me would be don't do it inside your home.
That's a good one.
But I don't know. People clean with vinegar. Maybe I don't know. I just don't want my whole house smelling like vinegar.
And it will.
It was pretty strong out there when you were doing it. Fun.
Yeah, if you do it inside, it's not good.
I wonder how many people have learned that the hard way.
I know of one.
I know I have at least one as I sit here.
Yeah.
Well, how's everybody doing? What do you guys got going on? I'm starting to see more and more of those red badges.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
2-month members. Love that. Clinton's got one. 20 minutes and vinegar goes away.
Why is, I thought Clinton was an admin. Why is he not an admin? Wasn't he?
Is it where his privileges revoked? Clinton? What happened, brother?
What happened,
He
man?
may be commenting from Homebrew Center, or
Oh,
who knows?
okay, that could be. It could be.
He could be. Yeah, he could be over there helping the.
I don't know.
Well, surely his badge wouldn't pop up.
You would have to have memberships.
Oh, well, that's true. His membership would appear no matter what.
Oh, yeah, I know you're an admin on me. I thought you were an admin over here, too.
We'll talk to the logistics team about that.
Yeah.
Paul Johnson says, good afternoon, brothers. I put in a long day today. Started about 5:30 this morning, getting ready to shut her down. I was glad to hear on the phone earlier, Paul, that things were going good. Happy for you, man.
Yeah, Paul ran some sour mash. He just discovered sour mashes and is loving it.
Likes them a lot.
Yeah.
Don't blame him. Who don't?
Don't blame him.
Who don't?
Yeah. Scott Court actually went really well. So
Yeah.
I got to leave. That's always good.
I got to walk out the same door I walked in.
Yeah. That's always good. And basically, they're just letting me know they want some of my money. And
Typical.
yeah.
Just getting here. I like the shirts. Where can they be purchased? Huh?
Stillintheclear.com / I don't know, shop.
Not to pat myself on the back too hard, but this was just a thought in my brain about a few weeks ago, and now it's a T-shirt on my body. Coonpecker. What's the description of them on Still in the Clear? Is it Coonpecker shirt? Because if it's not, it should be.
I think it's Coonpecker's shirt,
Okay.
and then just a basic description that it's, a comfort color shirt, and
Very
that kind of stuff.
comfortable.
It is a pretty nice shirt.
I'm a big proponent of the comfort color T-shirts.
I would
think
say
they do a
is-
good job.
As far as fit and feel, I like it better than the corn. I do a lot of corn stuff shirt.
Is that a Gildan?
I don't know.
Yeah, the comfort color is very, very good, very comfortable shirt, good quality. I ran my toasted corn bourbon sour mash today. Well, hell yeah, brother. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see the commercial? Excited. Don't know when we're going to get to it. Got a little package from Jason there down in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Duke, mine got lost in the mail.
Duke said, Adam, are you allowed to wear the team shirt? Well, we ordered 2 of them. Probably should have ordered more, and maybe will order more. I didn't really think about that until right now. Thanks for noticing, Duke. Appreciate that, brother. Daniel Stevens says, it is a nice shirt.
I agree.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, the ABV hats are still coming. That one is a little, that's a slow burn is what that is. It's not happened yet, but it will.
We're having to redo the logo so that we don't, there's some people, like namely a few of you guys from down in Louisiana, that probably don't want to walk around with the state of Arkansas on your forehead. I get it. If someone had an ABV Oklahoma shirt or hat, I'd probably...
And we've been toying with the name anyway because Arkansas Brewers and Vintners, it's quite limiting. And then we were going to go with American Brewers and Vintners. And then with that, well, that's even still limiting because we do have folks in our audience that are outside the U.S. I had another idea. How about amateur brewers and vintners? Then we can keep the ABV
I like
part.
it. I like it.
It just fits everybody.
That's the best one we've talked about yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like I always consider myself an amateur.
Well, sure.
Keep that mentality of always trying to learn, do better.
Yeah. Yeah, Winsong got one of these shirts. She says she likes to show everyone her pecker. Yeah.
Y'all see my pecker?
I like the Duke's Aqua Vitae Academy. Or maybe AVA. Aqua Vitae, Water of Life.
Hello to everybody on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Appreciate y'all being here. Daniel Stevens says definitely an amateur.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of know. Management has spoken. The blue is upon me.
He's a mod.
Now he's an admin.
You've been moderated.
Oh, moderator. They don't call them admins over here, do they?
I think I am an admin, but he's a mod.
I don't know.
So I can log in or whatever.
Yep, Clinton, you'll have to report for work every morning about 7:30 a.m. Day normally finishes up around 9 p.m., followed by a brief 1-2 hour follow-up meeting every day. So just expect 10 to 12 hours every day, brother. Thank you.
Jason is a porn star or a corn star.
What does Collector Rick mean by that?
What? Little kiddies are watching. Kids?
I don't know what
kids are watching.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
He might have meant KIDDIES. Little kitties.
It would be adorable, just him sitting there with a bunch of kittens watching the show.
Yeah.
I'll be like you one day, Daniel, when I get up and grow up and be big and strong, be a regular old moonshiner, just like you, buddy. I've learned everything that I know from being. But yeah, any of you guys read anything interesting this week? Had anything that came off the still that turned out awesome? I feel like we should do this box opening on the front end. That way we have plenty of time for it to simmer out of our system.
All right. The drip cam doesn't show any drips. It has stopped.
I'm not better than anyone, brother. Oh, man, we had the first one. Nick Haas says, Zach appears to have spent the weekend asleep in a canoe floating.
Yeah.
Well, brother, I'll be honest. I'll let you decide how I got this sunburn, right? Like, look at that. That's pretty gnarly, right? Pretty gnarly, right? All right. So you see how there's a bunch of white in here? It's almost like I spent an entire day, lost track of time a little bit. I was sitting down by Lock and Dam 13 with a bunch of my newfound Asian buddies catching white bass as they were running upriver. and it was both painful and exhilarating. I don't regret anything, but it does hurt, right? It does hurt. My skin's hot. Also got a pretty bitchin' tan line. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it on the camera.
Yep.
Tops my hands. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Check this out. I was wearing my Crocs. My damn ankles.
Jesus.
Wild. The whole body hurts. Thanks for noticing, though, Nick.
So we got some blackberry wine. I saw somebody had some bourbon. I think Clinton was waiting on some fermenters to finish. I was trying to catch them all. Paul got his Bloody Butcher today. Starting to mash this weekend.
Need some sunscreen and aloe vera.
Talking about sunburn, let's shake a jar of bubbles. We're not gonna have. I'm sorry, Duke. We're not gonna have any bubbles to shake today because it's all going into just the big pail. Not making any cuts. This is a sacrificial run. It's just going back into the sacrificial run bucket of liquor we'll never drink.
Yeah.
Daniel did some Jimmy Red.
I did Jimmy Red, not a fan. What didn't you like about it? We normally hear only good things about Jimmy Red, so to get some negative feedback could be good.
Other than I did hear, pardon me, I don't remember who it was. Someone saying it was too oily for their taste.
Oily?
Produced a lot of oils. I still haven't got to play around with it yet.
I wonder if it just has like a really, really high protein content beyond like what most corn does.
Maybe. I've got a blueberry wine almost ready for Benton night. Also got my breakfast bourbon on oak this week. 1 week left for my oaked rum. Nice.
Low output and you have to run it twice is what he said.
Low output. What is that?
Like you don't think you got a good conversion, or you don't think that it has like a lot of starch content, or what? Like low diastatic power, or what?
It's supposed to be a pretty high starch content. Well, it's basically like most corns. I think when I looked up the
maybe he's just talking about smearing.
I don't know. When I looked
because of the oil, maybe.
When I looked up the PPG, it's like 42, which is pretty average.
Isn't that like slightly higher than yellow dent?
Actually, it is 43, not 42. Yeah, which is slightly higher by a smidge.
Smidgen. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get 6 shot glasses.
All right.
So that I took a peek in here earlier. I noticed there was 2 varieties of shine. So I think what we'll do is do 3 and 3. There's one for each of us, and we can kind of just taste them and see what we think.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Let me go get some shot glasses.
All right.
Not the conversion I get from yellow corn might be my fault. And it probably is.
I mean, I'm almost assuredly it's his fault.
Yeah. I mean, it should have just as good a conversion as yellow dent. Also, I don't know how you convert either. Do you just like cook and cook and cook and cook? Or do you high temp? I think you high temp amylase, but I could be wrong about that.
Paul says he liked his Jimmy Red.
Jason, I'm whatever is one step further cooked than well done. I've had sunburns in my life, but I mean, how do you get a sunburn on your palm? How do you get a sunburn on your palm? You ever had sunburns on your palms?
That might be a friction burn.
It could be. That's fair.
For the price difference, I'll stick with white and yellow corn. It is expensive, I'll give you that. Of all the heirloom corns we carry, Jimmy is the most expensive. He's a medium toast with a number 4 char. Yeah. All right, let's pull some of these out and see what we've got. So,
I get the price
big
difference
thanks
thing.
to Jason Acosta for sending this over to us. Toasted corn bourbon, 6 months, 114 proof. Toasted corn bourbon, 50%.
I think that is the two that he sent us.
They're all the same.
Yeah, I think
compared
so.
to those two.
I didn't open all of them up here. Those are all 114, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we got two different kinds here.
Oh, shelf is stickers.
Toasted corn bourbon, 6 months, 114 proof. Oh, yeah, and some stickers.
I think they're in there.
And he sent us 3 stickers. Check that out.
Cajun liver.
Oh, I could turn it right side up. That might be easier to read. Cajun liver marinade. Louisiana whiskey.
One of those bad boys. Cajun liver marinade, Louisiana whiskey, made by some asshole. Cool sticker. I don't know if I would have put the asshole part on there, but pretty cool. Oh, yeah. I like these little vials, too. This is the first time. We normally, in the past, we've gotten them in the Haida flasks and the...
I mean, I poured little quarter shots, obviously for me, but you guys can go hog wild if you want. Here you are, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see what we got here, brother. What do you guys want to start with? The clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a 100 proof toasted corn. 100 proof white dog. Well, you can tell that's toasted.
Lucky strike. It's toasted.
That was a great
Man,
episode.
I really like that on the nose.
No, yours is toasted. Everyone else gives people cancer.
Right. Yours is toasted.
Madman. Got a good nose.
That ain't bad at all.
It's got a pretty mouth on it too.
That is not bad at all.
Sweet.
That is really sweet.
Super
I
sweet.
like it. Good job, brother.
Got a weird finish. What is that? I've never really experienced that before. I don't know how to.
I don't know. Is that a? Did you?
Not a bad finish. I want to be clear.
It is a bit different. Did you use any additives in this, Jason? Maybe.
What'd you put in this?
Maybe a glycerin. Did you use that at all? Very good.
What is that? Like like something in there on the back end that almost arcs. It's like it comes on super slow, ramps up, and then it's just gone as soon as you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a complex flavor, and I'm not necessarily describing it as a bad one. I'm just saying it's very different than most of the white dogs that we try and that come through here.
Jason says no additive.
It's crazy how much of that toast comes through.
That is really good.
You can definitely tell that corn was cooked, like braised. Jason, if you don't mind, throw your method. Maybe you just buy it like that, or is that something that you do to it? Do you throw it in the oven? How are you toasting that corn for at what temp for how long, or maybe it's just a feel thing or a color thing?
Poison says bayou water.
Bayou water. Water on water on water. Rest in peace, young Dolph. All right. Well, let me get a little palate cleanser in here.
That's fine.
Now, this is toasted corn, a little bit higher, 114 proof. Jason, did you proof this down, or is this what you got post aging? Like maybe you put it in there at 120 something and got it down to 114. I see it says 6 months on there. Go ahead and let everybody know. Was it
Share your secrets, son.
what your process was? Dude, Garbage Stone Daddy knows Dolph. See the dolphin in there?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I
heard you say it.
You're a real one for that. You wouldn't understand, brother.
What you said.
I just said that. He was a rapper from Memphis. He died.
Oh, okay.
He died.
He died.
Dropped by another rapper.
Mm-hmm.
How did I guess that? I used number 4 char for 6 months, Daniel says.
What does that equate to? Number 4, like medium?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Duke. Number 4 char is heavier than a medium. A medium is typically a number 3.
Okay. I use 4 char for 6 months. Seems to be a popular method. It does something. It goes with that toast well. Because what
He says the heavy toast is 2 hours at 200 degrees, 30 minutes at 300, and 30 minutes at 350.
So, as you would expect, it took a little bit of the sweet out of this, but it also covered up that back end or tamed down that back end flavor, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I like this one. I like this one a lot aged. Good, right? As a white dog, not a thing in the world. No problems there. Aged is really, really pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I like it better. I like it better than the white dog.
Still sweet, not as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So it tamed down a little bit of that.
It does have a very sweet taste.
It's very sweet
compared to my typical bourbons and things like that.
Yeah. Which I like. I like some of those sweeter flavors in there, especially once you consider, you know, when you add the oak in there on top of it, sometimes that oak can come through and be your strongest flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of appreciate the ones that can kind of bring something else through other than just, you know, heavy wood. Got that nutty, a little bit sweet on the back. The toast kind of gives it some sort of, not those nutty flavors, but it almost does kind of mimic a kind of a nutty, you know. If I didn't know it was toasted corn, I would just say, oh, this has like a really good nutty kind of body to it.
Yeah, I like it.
But that's awesome, brother. Man, I appreciate that.
Thanks for sharing, my friend. Thank you.
Add this one to the copper signage sticker thing. We're storing up our stickers.
Yeah, I've been getting stickers for a couple of years, and I haven't stuck them on anything. Just holding on to them because I want to build a big copper sheet of them.
Yeah. Toasted and heavy char staves, white oak. Okay.
Hagar is back. Good to see you.
Is it Hagar or Hagar?
Hagar.
Sammy
be
Hagar.
Azure.
I think he was the second singer for Van Halen.
Sammy?
I know that for sure, right? He was one of them, but I don't know what order.
Pretty sure he was number 2.
I feel like they were one of those bands.
Show the shipping label?
At least 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, put his address on there.
Yeah, we'll show the shipping label. Dox you right here on the channel.
It's 2 Fat Tickle and Still on the Clear. Good one.
Duke says Hagar the Viking. Hey, Gar.
Man, this thing.
I'm really excited about this keg still because of that big 8-inch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seriously going to get us an 8-to-4 reducer and an 8-to-5 reducer. And there will be so many different things we can do.
I bet I could call Casey over at Axe and Oak and go get one of those like 6-foot tall sight glass columns. If we had a reducer where you could go from whatever that thing is, like 16
20.
inches to 8.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
20-inch column.
Run
20-inch
6-foot tall column.
Yeah.
That's I could crawl through. I mean, they're huge. I said
the
16, but I think they're probably bigger than that.
The column that's coming on your steel, is that a 4 or a 3?
It's I think it's a 4.
Yeah, so we would need an 8-to-4 reducer too, so we could run those parts.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so all of the different kind of what do you call it? Not modulability. That's not a word. Versatility with these tri-clamps.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we have so many different sizes of columns and caps, and we could run 8-to-5 reducer to the 5-inch cap for the mile high, and then run a thumper off of the keg.
Yep,
that would be cool. There's just all kinds of options.
What's kind of cool about the tri-clamps, I think, seems like every time I'm talking, someone has a question about like, what steel should I get? What should I, there's tons of questions to ask, right? Before you can give someone the best answer. But like the tri-clamp seems to be one that kind of I bring up pretty consistently, because you can go as a home distiller from having 2 different size pots maybe and a few different column pieces. If you have that alone, you've got basically 30 different stills by the time you mix and match everything. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Fine tune them, run certain recipes one way on a certain setup. I just think that's a really cool aspect, especially if you don't have the luxury of like, we have a ton of different stills and some are better suited for certain things. And
right.
I just think it's kind of cool to be able to, it's like I said it before, it's like Lincoln Logs and Connects for grown-ups.
Yeah. Legos.
I was a big Lego kid.
Iron Duke is bringing up Joe Stillwater's column, which is a 4-inch column on a keg still. It runs a quart in 15 minutes. That's crazy.
That's neat.
I mean, I can see it because I did the difference I saw between running a 2-inch column to a 3
Massive.
was like, holy crap. So I can imagine.
You don't even really run the 2-inch anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like I've got it set up on here right now, but that's just.
Why not,
Yeah.
So much room for activities. Dude, I want to hang out with Garbage Stone Daddy.
Yeah.
We click real hard on movie quotes.
Oh, yeah.
He knew Dolph. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that. Also, I don't know why, but I envisioned him being like 50. But I think now it's like he's probably closer to 30.
Can't be. Yeah, can't
You
be.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't be 50. He knew he understood Dolph.
Step Brothers.
He can't be my age.
Step Brothers movie quotes.
I think that's the screening.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you never heard of Dolph.
Really?
You got a little thug in you.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of thug in
See what I
me,
mean?
but, I mean, I don't know.
He listens to all kinds of different stuff too.
Yeah.
You ever been on the work playlist?
No.
You got a little Justin Timberlake on there,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah, there's Justin Timberlake on that.
Okay.
Got some.
You got some older school rap.
Yeah.
Got some Biggie on there.
You got
some
to.
Biggie.
You got to.
Yeah.
Regulators.
Regulate.
I slicked my up after me and you talked, Si. Much appreciate the conversation.
How's it from South Africa?
I slicked my. What? Help me translate here. I slicked my up after me and you talked, Si. Much appreciate the conversation.
He's just saying it's okay, I'll translate. This is basic Louisiana dialect.
Okay.
I slicked mine up after me and you talked. What he means to say is he made some modifications, did some upgrades on him.
Oh, okay.
Much appreciated conversation, standard translation. He didn't really throw very much Louisiana dialect into the back end of that one. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a little rusty on my Cajun, but I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to say.
Huh.
Zach, is that a mowing burn? Sorry, just got here. Yeah, if I was mowing for 8 hours out in the sun. Now, I worked in a camper a little over half. Worked on a camper. I was outside most of the time for about half the day, and then I went down to the Lock and Dam right down the road and did a little white bass fishing. And as you can see, you can try to fight the sun, right? You can fight chimps. You know, you can fight mountain lions, bobcats in your truck. You fight the sun. Okay, listen, I tried and I lost. You're going to lose 10 times out of 10.
Windsong with the gifts.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, sweetie. She is
1, 2,
helping
3,
promote
4.
the channel.
How many was that? 1, 2,
10, I think.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh, Disney Up got one. I like to see the names that I recognize when they get one.
What's Disney Up?
Just somebody that pops in here every now and then.
What?
Disney Up, Boiler Up?
I feel like I have seen that name before. What's their content? They do like Disney
I don't know their
vacations?
I don't know their content.
Oh, okay. Jason caught, this is the first time I ever fished for him, white bass, caught a ton of them. They were a pain in the ass to clean. That's really my only complaint about them, but it was a lot of fun catching them. It was me, a buddy, and like 30 Vietnamese guys, and they were teaching me how to do it. They were awesome. Shout out to those guys, by the way. My new boys.
Yeah.
They were cool.
Vietnamese guys.
The nice
Bill and
people.
Larry.
Yeah. Bill, Larry, Sean Wynn.
Trash fish, Nick says.
I get it. I mean, there's a red strip you got to cut out of them. What's up, Bennett? We call them sandbar fish. Yeah, I mean, I prefer crappie. I think in Louisiana you guys call them white perch. I like crappie. I don't think there's anything wrong with a pound and a half largemouth either. I mean, I'll fillet them all day long and eat them. Soak them in a little buttermilk, a little Louisiana fish fry. You're not going to be able to tell me the difference between a pound and a half largemouth and a nice piece of crappie.
I mean, I can't.
I've tried with guys who eat it a lot. You can't tell. There's no difference. Delicious. You're crazy, bro. Nick, no, I'm telling you. If you ever come here, you let me know in advance. I'll get some fried up. You will not be able to tell me the difference. Hit them with a little bit of that Louisiana fish fry. It's all just white meat after that. Now, I'm not telling you that on white bass. Like, this will be my first time cooking them. I'm going to cut the red strip out of them, hit them with the Louisiana. They're sitting in some buttermilk right now. I'm going to get them out of that, hit them with the Louisiana.
I can't really tell the difference between most fish. Like, I can catch catfish, obviously. I know when I'm eating a catfish, but if it's just a white colored fish,
yeah,
cod, all of that,
yeah,
I can't.
Cod's got like big, I don't even know how, like big flakes.
The texture's different.
That's the only real difference. It is a very clean.
Thanks for the donation, Whiskey Rebel.
Walleye, oddly enough, is what did he do?
He donated.
Oh,
nice!
Dude, what a dude. Walleye is, in my opinion, the best fish out there. Close second is crappie. Nice catfish fillet. I don't know. I like trout. I like all kinds of fish. It's done right, done how I like it. But there's a place over here that has a pecan crusted walleye. Oh my god, dude, so good.
Yeah, nice.
Someone was telling me pike was really good. I've never had pike. I like buffalo ribs. I like all kinds, man.
Clint says that was a super thanks, thumbs up. A super sticker, thumbs up.
Very cool.
Nice. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Those yellow perch, do you cook them whole and fry them? Just scale them? We do that with like sun perch and stuff here, if they're the right size. Call the Duke, you'd appreciate this. We call the fins on those after you fry them.
Mm-hmm.
Poison, I will be looking forward to that. Looks like they're sending us another package from Louisiana.
Whoop, whoop.
Yellow perch
Nice.
here at $22 a pound. Lake Erie Gold. Collector Rick's always up on all the commodity prices, and I like that. We should have a rolling ribbon on the top.
He's probably got his own ticker.
It's literally just Collector Rick commodity
Yeah.
prices.
It's like
a little
King Crab. It's been a bad week.
Yeah.
Collector Rick downloaded his own ticker app.
That's hilarious. Yellow perch is number. Now I've never had the yellow perch, so I'm not going to agree or disagree. I've heard other guys say they're really good. GTD likes some damn fish sticks. That little yellow man on the front of them.
Y'all are mostly just talking another language to me.
Pike are fun. The fight and yellow perch, you can eat them whole. I prefer fillets. Yeah, I would say I'm not the biggest. I don't dislike them when we cook perch whole, but I like to only probably eat them like that once or twice a year, and then after that, I'm just kind of over them. Now, red snapper and stuff like that, big fish, I like those fried whole a lot. Does anyone go ice fishing in here? I'm trying to link up with somebody and have a good ice fishing trip. Anyone got a setup like that? Put me out for a couple days, take me ice fishing. Walleye, crappie.
Oh yeah, Whiskey Rebel. We were talking on the phone. And he was like, I'm gonna get back to fishing.
Flatland only ice fishes. Did you know this?
No, I did not.
Put it up, turn on some mac and cheese. Flatland, hit me up, brother. Winter is just around the corner. Cecil says, we don't have ice here. Philippines.
Yeah. That'd be a rough day, wouldn't it?
What's the coldest it gets in the Philippines, you think? I'm going to say 50s.
I'm going to say 40s.
Really?
Coldest and
I don't even know that it gets 50 there. I think it probably would during a nice storm and maybe at night.
Cecil said 68.
I was going to say, I'm going to take the over on 50s.
Yeah. Thought maybe like they had a season, where it kind of people were wearing jackets a little bit,
Little light jacket.
Not at 68.
Shorts and flip-flops year round, brother.
Not at 68.
You're going to get hot. That's the way it is here. And also, it's 68 at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it doesn't get cold in the Philippines, but we do get 400 inches of rain.
Yeah,
so.
right.
It does rain a lot there, I'm told. No ice here in Florida. They get some, I thought that they get a little bit of snow maybe up North Florida.
They wear jackets at 68. It's funny.
I guess that's cool for them, huh?
I think that's the guy that we talk to every once in a while in here that married a Filipino gal and lives over there now.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it is. But that's funny. He's like, they wear jackets. That'd be a tough market if you were like a Burlington coat factory that's based out of the Philippines. What a tough go.
It's a lot of export.
What do you do for a living? I sell coats to Filipinos.
Is that kind of like selling ice to Eskimos?
I'm pretty damn good.
I'm pretty damn good.
You gotta be good. Yeah, he said, yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, he's the same guy. Hell yeah, Cecil. First year I lived in Florida, it was 50 degrees. I was riding my Harley shorts and t-shirt. People walking around in Parker's in a wool hat. Yeah. I don't mind the cold. I never have. I enjoy it.
Don't like it.
Now, I will say I very much dislike it when I have no way to get away from it.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's been a handful of times when I was out duck hunting where I'm like,
Yeah.
What am I doing?
fucking cold, dude.
Why am I?
It's raining ice right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting out here with a shotgun that's may or may not go off when I shoot. It could be absolutely frozen. That's aggravating, too. When you sit out there like that, just freezing, freezing, you're hunting with anything other than an 870, and then it just doesn't work when you need it to. It's like, why am I out here? What am I doing?
Various has a question. Have you ever thought about or tried aging a product on some Jack Daniel whiskey barrel chips?
I've seen those for like smoking and stuff.
Yeah, you just buy them at Walmart and you can age your stuff with it. You just got to be careful because chips are very quick to be in there too long. So, my experience, like 2 weeks at the most. You typically just days.
Really?
And yeah. For me, for my
a lot of surface area.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Lopez? Jar close? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell on camera, but I would be shocked if it was anywhere close to, yeah, it's... This is weird. It feels like it's not...
Duke says the Jack Daniel's chips are very dusty. Yeah, you do want to soak those chips first. I do age on smoker chips, half cup in a half-gallon jar, about 3 months. All right. Yeah, that copper pail is pretty slick.
I think Cyrus is selling it in here for like $40. Come by, pick it up.
I'm gonna have to hide that thing now.
At the house. Oh, you got to soak them a little bit, get rid of the dust that's on them.
Yeah, they're real dusty.
Never really fooled with them before. I've never even really smoked with them, but I have set them in. I got a bag given to me or something one time, and I think I put them in. I was using them to set in my water pan. So, like, instead of just having a pan of water in there that steams off, I'd fill up a big pan, maybe like an inch of water at the bottom of it, and then just fill the rest of it with chips. And the wood would kind of hold the.
Have you ever done that with, and then sliced up a bunch of fruit in the water and let the.
I've put beer in the water before, but I've never put any kind of fruit in it.
You got to slice up like oranges and pineapple.
Pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
I guess in a way I do it when I've done turkeys and stuff before, but no, I've never really just made a nice little fruit cocktail steam bath thing.
My dad called it the witch's brew. Whenever he was pretty serious about his smoking.
Was he salty on a grill?
Yeah, he was pretty good at it. He was the type that was a bit offended if you asked for barbecue sauce, like, dude, you're running 8 hours of work.
I'm not going to, like, pat myself on the back too hard here, but I'm pretty good when it comes to cooking steaks. Like, in my opinion, like, really pretty good. My wife, it doesn't matter. We could be at the nicest steak. We could go to Sonny Williams in Little Rock. We could go to Doe's downtown. She's going to have her steak with A1, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Right.
And I just, at first, I was kind of like, I was legitimately a little like, don't.
My steaks are perfect. Why are you doing that?
And then one day I just kind of realized, like, what's to be gained here? Just how she likes it, whatever. Why am I kind of putting up this fight for nothing?
Yeah. Winsong and I have been married for quite some time. She'll still ask me if I want ketchup with my eggs sometimes, and I'm like, when
I never have.
When have I ever? But that's just her being all sweet and saying she'll get me whatever I want.
46 in here this evening. Go hit that like button. Yeah. No, we're super stoked. It looks like 49 now, 51, 52, 53, 54. Coming up on 60 people across all the platforms.
Nice.
Sick.
Yes, I would absolutely not use cedar to age with. Did try that. That was awful. You know what it made me, it reminded me of that pithy part in a pecan, that little red stuff that's between the grooves of a pecan, that bitterness. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, man, that's
terrible.
The worst.
Yeah, it was awful.
Feels like, oh, man, that's terrible. I just envisioned a mouthful of that pecan. I don't even know what I'd call that. Pecan sinew. Just Stuff's disgusting. Is there any wood that you would say? Oh, okay. Sorry, that's the one you're talking about, the cedar.
Yeah, and Moonshine
Hickory seems to be one that people aren't really. Pine, obviously. Anything with a high sap content.
Moonshine chimed in with her opinion of pine. Don't use a pine.
Yeah, I think anything with a bunch of sap in it's probably not any good. I don't know if like maybe maple, but it's not really. Doesn't really have that tarry sap. Most of the sap that comes out of the maple trees is like water, basically.
I think there's probably a pretty good reason that there's like 4 different woods that are used to make barrels, aging barrels.
Everyone tries to kind of reinvent the wheel and come up with new things. We conquered basically all the pliable techniques for wood long time ago. Some would say it was the first substance that we really got a good grasp around all the way. Moved on to stone and metal after that. But yeah, I think there's a reason there's only like, I don't know, 7 or 8 different woods that are mainly used for different aging. I had a guy come in the other day asking about Bodark. Yeah. If I thought Bodark would be a good wood, and I was like, brother, I can't tell you it's not, but I think there's got to be a reason that there's not a Bodark barrel company out there.
Have you talked to an arborist?
How long would it take?
Yeah. Go look at piece.
Put it in your water for a while. Let it steep. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think your
logic
on the barrel thing is sound. Like there's a reason why that's all we're doing.
It's super common though that guys come in here and like, what about this wood? What about this wood?
I can see that. I feel like I would do that.
Well, because they have it. Everyone's got wood on their property, and they want to, I made this barrel or these aging staves from this tree that was in my front.
Yeah,
right.
I see it.
And I wish that was the case. I wish all woods were conducive to aging well, but I think it's just a good way to mess your liquor up a lot of the times, unfortunately. I don't know. Chestnut, I've heard, Duke, is one of those rare ones that's good. Birch. Maple is good wood, yes. Ever try aging on peach wood? Nope. Weeping willow? All right, settle down now, guys. Settle down.
Aspirin, isn't it? Well, it's about that time.
Oh, yeah, okay. 5:55. Here's what I say let's do. Let's grab a fresh beer. Let's go run, use the bathroom. Here's what's going to happen while we take this little brief intermission here. We're going to show you a little video of us fooling around with this keg still here prior to when the live started. So if you missed that the first go around, you might want to watch it. Also going to have a couple quick words from the fine people over at Copper Still Co. and Mile High. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. What's up, man? What do we got going tonight?
We are preparing this magnificent piece of equipment to run our 15.5-gallon keg that we had modified, got the 8-inch port at the top, got 2 2-inch ports at the bottom, be able to run this thing with electric or propane, be able to drain it easily, be able to fill it easily. We've got reducer down to 3-inch, 8-inch to 3-inch. We got a 3-inch to 2-inch. We got a 3-inch back up to 4-inch. We'll be able to run all kinds of configurations on this thing.
I'm liking it. I'm liking the versatility.
Get an 8-inch to 5-inch reducer and run the fat tin cap on it.
Oh, yeah. Just put a North Georgia fat cap on there.
Options, my friends.
Options.
So
diversify your stills.
We've got about 3.5 gallons, 4-inch gallons, maybe 3.5 gallons of feints that are feints from neutral spirit runs. Where we did those runs.
You should throw those out. Get rid of them.
So we've already ran these once, at least. Part of them probably been ran twice, and that's about the maximum limit because you start to stack your methanol at that point, and you don't want to do that. So now all of this just turns into alcohol for cleaning runs. So that's what we're doing.
It's a good thing we got a big mouth on this.
It's got a big mouth.
Easy to fill. I will give it that.
Close that.
Whoa!
That's the only time I've ever done that.
Hey, but our shoes are sanitized now.
Our
so
shoes are sanitized.
win-win. What else we got going? Oh, we got a little mail from Jason down there in Louisiana.
A little bit of a mail call.
Not sure what all's in this. I see some stickers, see some bottles. Probably got some good stuff in it.
Yeah.
We'll save that bad boy and open it up on the live. This was an interesting one. If you guys have been watching the lives for very long, we did a pineapple kiwi brandy. Now, essentially, just pretty much a pineapple brandy. I was digging through my Shine closet the other day, and I noticed
Just hiding in the back.
what's this little jar of goodness here? And I pulled it out, and it's all get yellow tinted now. It's been sitting on this pineapple for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
Probably
I think
amazing.
I say we pull it out of here, filter it off the pineapple,
All right.
and then consider proofing it down, because if I remember right, this is pretty high proof.
Okay.
So I think we proof it down, and then I was on live earlier this week with Shua, and he said, you got a brandy, sometimes you're like, all right, is it missing something?
Back sweeten.
Ever think about sugar? Ever think about no, I'm a post-flavoring. I'm never just adding straight sugar.
Yeah.
So going to give that a try. We'll see how it turns out.
Hell yeah. See you on the live.
Hand cut copper, a torch's flame, built to last, I ain't one the same. Rolling that sheet, bending that steel, ever still got a story to tell. The proof's in the still, give it a go, you can't go wrong. Copper still cold.
We are back, or I am back. Zach is not back yet.
You start that TikTok up. I like this one.
Okay. Miguel Perez. I'm from Puerto Rico. I make moonshine very well, but we have another name for it. Puerto Rican rum. And it scrolled up. I didn't catch that last bit.
Chata? Horchata?
Yeah, Copper Steel Co. makes some good stuff, Barris, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lost our chat for a moment.
Iowa Free Thinker, brother. I welcome it. I welcome it, man.
Show them how the Iowa boys do it.
Yeah.
I scrolled back up and it looked like that last they have Puerto Rican rum and it looks like Canya, like C-A-N with the little
Hilde.
Yep, and an A at the end. Canya.
What's up, Lucas? How are you, brother?
Good to see ya.
Well,
Let's do it.
so I finally figured out when I ran this, and it was pretty early on. I would think sometime in December. So it's been sitting on this pineapple for about 4-ish months and just completely forgot about it. I'm glad it didn't turn into a science experiment, but I don't know. I haven't tasted it since I pulled it out of the liquor closet. So I don't know. It may be
It looks like it's high in vitamin C.
got a cool little yellow color to it for sure. So I think our plan is to get the pineapple off of it. We've got a...
I'll help you here. Hold this steady for you. So we're going to run it through this first and then use...
Run it through this, run it through a coffee filter. Probably at least once.
Not really sure that sieve did anything.
Probably didn't do a lot.
Okay.
Took a little bit of that pulp out of there.
I'll go wash this off.
Well, let me just dump this pineapple out of here. I'll pour it back in here so that I can filter it. You think, should we coffee filter it before or after we put the distilled water on it? I guess I need to taste it and kind of get a gauge of where the proof's at. You think I should taste this, add the water, and then filter it? Or filter it, then add the water? I guess it would be smarter to filter it while it's at its smallest volume. That way I'm not having to filter a bunch of water.
Filter it, then taste it, then add whatever you want.
Filter it, then taste it, then add the water and the sugar. Okay.
My wife is making some vanilla extract at home right now with Smirnoff
Nice.
and vanilla beans.
Well, let me...
Nice. Do little Madagascars. Smells pretty good. You can smell that pineapple for sure. Our Freethinker, any suggestions on making a charcoal filter to use after a run? Well, I can tell you this. I made one. It's one of the videos on my YouTube channel, and I would not do it like that. I mean, it did okay, but it needs some modifications that I never have got to yet. But I made it with like 4-inch PVC pipe and then reduced it down and packed that part with the charcoal medium. Oh, sorry. Here, let me help you. Yeah.
Yeah, Clinton, I'll have to do that.
Flatline's trying to eat the pineapple.
Less to filter now. Yep. Run it through a Brita. Yeah, that works. That's what Windsong does. He runs it through one of those countertop Brita things. It works real well. We'll make changes in the newsletter to Cyrus's filter. Yeah. Oh, Clinton went and found that video. Nice. Thank you, sir.
You should start carrying some black strap in here.
Yeah, we could check on that.
Never thought about it.
Oh, is it just the admins that can do links?
I guess so. I didn't know that.
Nope.
I guess that makes sense. Keeps the spammers away.
Damn spammers. Love your meat, but I hate what you're selling.
I can only do spam fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's too slimy.
Yeah.
I don't.
agree.
Yeah, I never raw dog it. I'm always slicing
Hand
up real
skillet.
thin. Oh man.
Yeah. Fried spam's
And
pretty
if
good.
you cook it right and fry it right, you can take a couple pieces of white bread after there, the spam oil, and just nice little sandwich.
Nick says he uses the black strap and some turbino to make rum. After the oak, it seems to be amazing.
I think there's a reason the blackstrap is so popular.
Yeah.
What does spam mean? Is it super processed ham?
I hope not. I mean, I know that's what it is, but man, what an aggressive way of branding.
Hey, chat, what does spam mean?
That thing clogged the old filter up. Look at that.
I brought a couple over here. I kind of expected some of that.
Thought it would too, but I'm surprised at how it slowed down so quickly. Only having less than a quart.
Cecil says this filter is made of a 4-inch stainless with tri-clamp fittings. I use a reducer with screens to keep everything in place. Yeah, I would imagine that works pretty good.
Just as he tries not to use the blackstrap. Why is that, brother?
Everyone has their way. Probably because it's not unsulfured.
Lucas, we are filtering some pineapple moonshine, pineapple brandy, I guess to be super specific, that I forgot about. It was sitting in my shine closet in the very back, and I was getting in there pilfering around for some other stuff, and I came across a half gallon of stuff that had been sitting on pineapples for a few months. I'm going to get it out, taste it, attempt to proof it down, right? Because I can't just put a proof and trail hydrometer in this and figure out what the proof is.
Right.
Because it's got sugar in it. So I'm just going to kind of have to go off taste, and I'm
Didn't take notes.
thinking, if I remember correctly, it was like somewhere north of 100, 110, somewhere in there. I can't be sure. I'm going to taste it and try it. It doesn't super bother me to not know the exact proof.
Bring that jar over here.
Thing just flowed all the way down. Yeah.
Doesn't look clogged up.
I know.
Is it one of those deals where it's sitting too close?
Well, we got it on that mesh. That's normally not the...
I think we've been through this before, and there was some way.
The mesh is the way we did it
Is that
with the
what it was?
colander, yeah.
Okay. SPAM stands for Specially Processed American Meat.
No joke.
I'm also hearing it
Those
means...
Hawaiians know what they're doing.
I'm also hearing it means salted pork and meat, also known as K-ration.
Can we get a Google search on this? This is going to eat me alive.
Sure. You're going to lose the chat for a second.
That's fine. We'll read off the... Papa, what's up, brother? Ooh. Appreciate the roses. My man.
Nice.
I have a batch of the Pugy rum. Is that how you say that? Pugy rum recipe that is waiting for me to distill. Shout out, Papa. And I had the back set to put in it. Nice. What's the Pugy rum?
I don't know.
What is that, man? I'm not familiar with that. Learn me something here. Someone also called it shoulder of pork and ham. It was developed for World War II. Spam was developed for World War II as like a preserved food? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was some crazy Hawaiians over there just...
Why do you think it was Hawaiians?
That's where it's from.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It is?
Yeah, 100%. I can't be wrong about that. I thought that my whole life.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of different things. Even in the Google search, there was, what you guys were saying. But it looks like
Shoulder of pork and ham.
the product was named for a combination of the words spice and ham,
Spiced ham. I could see that.
despite the fact that neither ingredient appears in spam.
I love that. That's hilarious.
The confusion has led some to speculate that spam is an acronym for shoulder of pork and ham, etc. Sounds like there's several ideas here. But I did know that they used that back in the military. Unclassified ham.
It comes from Hawaii, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
There's something with spam in Hawaii. Like that's their. Either they like it a lot, or that's where it was first made and developed.
Okay, let me look.
What is the? I think you said that you have thought this all your life.
You just thought it.
I think you were like 9 years old. You saw a commercial that had Hawaiians in it and spam.
Spam got popular in Hawaii due to the fighting in Japan. So they're just really popular over there.
While the core of America pushed spam to the side of their plates, the canned meat became a culinary sensation in much of the Asian Pacific and Hawaii.
A culinary sensation.
Our fella in the Philippines, what do they think about spam?
You guys like it? I like it.
Or what do the locals there think about spam? Oh, man.
What's the local take on spam?
Word on the street.
Originated in Minnesota. That's the national food of Hawaii. Okay, see?
That can't be true.
Google national dish. I'm telling you, there's a causal connection between Hawaii and spam.
Okay.
Not crazy. You guys, okay? See, a couple weeks ago, you guys were talking about what was the Freudian
Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're doing
Which Freud had
Hawaiian
nothing to do
spam.
with.
Schrodinger's spam. Yeah, spam is a staple in Hawaiian cuisine. It's a military ration, as
Okay.
Clinton said.
Okay. Yes.
I wonder if people are watching this live sometimes going, are they ever going to talk about moonshine?
Well,
I
we
think
got
sometimes it
we got
happens.
the jar on the table. That should be good for right now, right? Copper in the corner. We're doing all right.
We're a mixed bag of tricks. Okay.
That's right.
Spam knowledge. Schrodinger's cat.
Right.
Schrodinger's cat.
Man, I'm not seeing it as like an official thing, but like literally everyone there loves it. It's
The
on the menu.
locals love it. Cecil says in the
Okay.
Philippines.
It's same in Hawaii. It's on the menu everywhere. Like they eat it. They eat spam.
I get it. It makes sense. Like if you fried spam, like I get it. If you're looking at it and it's canned meat and you're like, I'm good on that, and you've never had it before, I can understand it. But there's very few people that ever had fried spam and been like, I don't
There's
think
probably a Hell's Kitchen episode with spam.
I hope so.
I'd like to think
I
there
want
is.
to find that and watch it.
I'd like to think there is. I'd have a little bit more respect for that Ramsey fella.
You've put so much oil on the plate, the U.S. are going to invade it.
What are you? An idiot sandwich?
It's raw.
Man, this is crazy. You can't even get a full pint through this thing before it clogs up. Which is probably a good thing, right? I mean, I want to fully filter all the bullcrap out of it, but
Yeah, it's just doing a good job. We got plenty of these, so
Ooh, Clinton says they make spam with bacon in it.
yeah, I'm a big fan of trying. There's so many random spam flavors too. Teriyaki.
What?
Yo, dude, there's so many offshoots. Korean barbecue, the bacon one,
I guess
like
I
actual
haven't-
spam.
buffalo spam, like a buffalo wing sauce.
heck?
Yeah, you can buy it in the can, and it's like there's 30 flavors of spam.
I feel like I would trust my own post flavoring versus whatever the heck they're putting in there.
I don't know. They are the experts. They're the
Sounds
experts
like-
on spam.
Sounds like tuna,
Yeah.
you know, because used to you could get tuna, and you could get it either as tuna or as tuna,
Yeah.
oil or water, and now you can get like basil lemon tuna, and
Yeah, lemon pepper.
yeah, which is pretty good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Lemon pepper tuna.
Yeah.
Oof. That was a staple for me for a long time.
Lemon pepper tuna I used to really mess with pretty hard.
I would just keep a shaker of lemon pepper with me and I would get
smart.
original.
That's just using your head.
Get original
Be
tuna.
prepared.
Yeah.
That's a Boy Scout
of
move
lemon
right
pepper
there.
in there, man.
Man, I like that.
That's a Boy Scout move. Have a little bit in your mess kit.
Oh my gosh.
It's now, never.
I'm loving the acronyms.
What's this shit?
I always thought it stood for spoiled ham.
You ever had any potted meat?
Yeah.
I had some of that one time. I'm not proud to admit this, but there was one time in college where I don't know why I had it or what the deal was, but I had a can of potted meat in my truck. And at times it was like, for whatever reason, sitting on the dash of my truck, like summer, hot. And I remember one night, like, I got real hungry, couldn't drive anywhere, nothing was open. I sat there and I ate like a half of that can of like potted meat that just been in my truck forever.
Yeah.
Got really sick. I think I made myself sick. I don't think if I would have just big dogged it and just ate it and just never thought of that again, I'd probably been fine. But I think I just ended up psyching myself out about it.
Adam asked, what are we working on tonight? So we're doing
got a little
sacrificial run on the keg still because it's back from the fabricator. Did some modifications to that, including an 8-inch tri-clamp top and two 2-inch ports on the bottom. And we're at this point straining out this pineapple brandy that has been soaking in pineapples have been soaking in for 4-ish months.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of those Bob Ross shine moments. Just a happy little mistake here. Just put something in there. I think at the time I intended on it sitting on the pineapple for a couple weeks or something and just never looked at it or messed with it or thought about it again. And I was back there thumbing around for a bottle of blackberry wine and like, what is this back here? Big jar sticking out. Grabbed it. I was like, oh yeah. Well, no telling what this is going to be like. So we're going to see. Is it messed up? If it is messed up, can we correct it? Talked with Shua on, he was in one of my lives earlier this week, and he mentioned that he was a big fan of post-sweetening brandies and stuff like that. I think with like the specific one that we used during that live was grape brandy, which on its own as a white dog was just very okay. Like, oh, hey, yeah, this is grape brandy, and you definitely taste the grape, but it's like obviously missing something. He was like, yeah, it's missing sugar, dude. Like, think of a grape. It's like sweet. You've got the grape flavor. You just don't have any of the sweetness. And I was like, oh, is this mildly sweet on its own? Most brandies come off and they're like mildly sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I added the sugar to it and it was like a world of difference. Fry your Spam and bacon.
I mean,
damn,
that honestly works for
bacon,
anything.
I have fried it in bacon grease before. Yeah, really good. I think I was doing some Spam and eggs. 4-man steak and eggs, if you would. And yeah, I had some bacon that I already made, fried in that bacon grease.
Oh, shoot, yeah. All right. I think this one is done giving you anything.
Yeah, Windsong, I'm sure Spam will be a Pachuga type run at some point.
Oh, Spam.
Was she saying do a Pachuga
Yeah,
with
she
Spam
said-
Pachuga?
Y'all keep talking about Spam. Those boys are going to figure out a way to run it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dude, that would be nuts. I have to look into that.
It would completely fall apart.
Yeah.
You'd have to put it in that basket that we have.
Yeah.
You'd have to have
You'd have
some
to
type
figure out
of
a way to hang that basket.
mesh
For sure.
under it or something.
And also, you'd probably have to clean your still after you ran that.
Oh, for
I
sure.
would imagine the amount of oils.
Yeah.
Just there. What's up, No
We
Clue?
got more.
Spam reminds me of the Monty Python Green Midget Cafe sketch with the Vikings. Dude, Monty Python, super underrated. Jason does make a good point that almost anything fried in bacon grease is great.
I completely agree with that.
Dude, my dad used to put bacon grease on salads.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds great.
My mom called it wilted lettuce salad.
Poke salad, whatever you got to do to get that prepared.
Yeah.
And then like a poke salad with bacon grease is pretty nuts. I'm not going to lie.
It's good.
It would normally caramelize some onions in the bacon grease.
Mm-hmm.
A little vinaigrette. Throw a little balsamic on that thing. Yeah. Copper Moon, what's up, brother?
Still is in the house. Thanks for showing up, brother.
No clue. We're good, brother. We're just fooling around with a little pineapple brandy.
You guys want to check out some pretty cool stills? Yeah, go check out Copper Moon Still. He's got some great stuff.
Got some cool shit.
I think you can find most of his stuff over on TikTok.
Yeah.
And there's also he's also got a website. Copper Moon Still.
Feel free to throw your website in the chat. So, Copper Moon, you're on TikTok, right? Nothing wrong with that. There's a whole YouTube chat and filters and all this stuff. There's all these other people over here. If you type your website into the chat, you can send it out to everyone else. They can feel free to go over there and click around and check your stuff out. Really cool stuff. Very a lot of really different stuff too.
Yeah.
Which I like. I think it's cool. You can run the Spam in the still just like you do the chicken. Just need a paint filter stock to hang it up.
Oh, that makes sense.
That'd work.
Yeah, I guess you could. Even too, if you had a filter or a micron bag or something,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you could probably pull it up over and then try clamp on top of it, I'm sure.
Mhm. Or even just a hops bag.
Yeah, hop sock. Scott, brother, that is a Saints run back here running through our keg still. We just got back from the fabricator, so wanted to get it cleaned out. Did a vinegar run on it earlier. Now doing a Saints run on it, a little sack run. And this is pineapple vodka or pineapple brandy that I forgot in my shine closet that we are trying to evaluate.
Winsong says the Spam Talk is running viewers on. Numbers dropping.
If they don't like spam, they can get the hell out of here.
Scott, good to see you, brother, over there in the TikTok world.
Last one here. Is this a good thing to do or a bad thing to do, you think?
Probably forcing stuff out. I wouldn't.
Whip out that carbon snake. Run all this through the carbon snake. All right, this one's just going to get to sit here and take its time.
They'll just push it off over to the side over there and we'll forget about it for a minute.
I'm going to go wash this out because I'm sure it's got a little pulp in it.
Okay.
I'll use this to.
Winsong says, I don't like spam and you can't make me leave.
Don't you like that spam? That spam's good for you, girl. It's got a bunch of nutrients and vitamins and like 7 or 8 different animals in it.
She doesn't like food even when they don't put the word processed in their name. If it's any kind of processed stuff. Bud Grips has given us a jar. Does that mean I got to check this or? The drip has slowed. Let's speed this up a little. We may end up running out of propane. But it is just a clean, sacrificial run. And to be honest, for those of you, maybe you haven't got your still yet and you haven't done a cleaning run of vinegar run and a sacrificial run. When you do the sacrificial run, you really only need to run it for like 30 minutes or so, and it's good enough. But it's also, especially if you're brand new and you're running your sacrificial run on your first still, it's good to treat it like a regular run because you just get the practice. to kind of, bump the heat up, bump the heat down, see how it reacts and things like that. But technically, you don't have to run a sack run for more than 30 minutes or so.
Noob question for you. What is the purpose of a sack run? That's my comment.
Huh?
He's asking why do we do
a sack run? What is that for?
So when a steel is brand new, or in this case, it's been modified. So the guy who is an excellent welder, he may not be real excellent at cleaning things up.
Oh, okay.
And so there's gunk. There might be, even if you're buying like a Beaver, there could be like some manufacturing oils and things like that.
Yep.
So you run a vinegar run first. The purpose of that is it's a deep steam clean where you can literally steam chunks of stuff through the system. You're not running any water through the condenser, so you're not condensing anything back to liquid. It's just a full blast steam, and you get chunks of stuff out of it. And then after that, you do a sacrificial run. First, it helps clean out that vinegar residue that's still in there. And secondly, on a copper steel specifically, when you run vinegar through it, it patinas really quickly.
Oh.
And so you do a sack run, and now because ours is not copper, we're not getting that blue tint from the patina, but your first couple jars will have this blue tint.
Right.
And then you've thoroughly cleaned any kind of manufacturing processed stuff that could possibly be there. Now you're ready to run.
Okay. Gotcha.
And a lot of people feel like that's just overkill, and that's fine. A lot of people will not do a vinegar run or not even do a sacrificial run. And the first run they make, they're just counting on their heads of that run doing the cleaning part.
Yeah.
And they could very well be right. It may be overkill, but since our channel focuses on beginners, we just want to teach good, solid technique.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, and too, like a lot of the newcomers aren't running like 20, 30 gallon batches, where they can just very easily, probably their heads is going to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Running 5s and 10s, and like, you're talking about on a 5-gallon run, if half of it's blue and you only end up with a pint, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's your first mash,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of why we.
Okay. Whenever you do it, do you do it with a like a faints solution? Is that what's in there?
What we use.
Yeah, so you can, anything with alcohol. If you've got old beer, wine, anything with alcohol, you can run it through. You can go to the store and buy Everclear, proof it down.
Okay.
Do it that way.
But not water.
But not, well, some people do.
Okay.
I did this
not what I
on my
recommend.
5-gallon Olympic.
Okay.
It was pretty clean.
What we're using is we did our neutral spirit runs with our faints. And so we did a faints run, made neutral spirit, all of those cuts, that's what's in there.
Nice.
Because what happens is, because we were taking faints from previous runs where we cut out heads and tails, piled it all together, and then ran it, if you continue to do that over and over, you're stacking up the methanol, and then methanol can become a problem.
Interesting.
And so you don't do that more than twice. And so this is everything that's been neutraled, and we've cut it away. We've cut the heads and tails away at least once, and part of it probably twice. And now it is used for nothing but cleaning.
Very cool. Okay.
So we'll save this, put it back in the bucket. The next time we're doing a cleaning run, we'll pull it back out and run it again.
Gotcha.
So your advice is taste this, add water, filter it, or go ahead and filter it?
Yeah, give it a taste. See what you think about it. If you want to proof it down a little. Oh, yeah. I stuck that right in the
I
way.
just happened to notice. Smells like a big old pineapple.
Yeah, I smelled it earlier. Jason Acosta says 5 pounds sugar and 5 gallons of water for a sack run, cheap and easy. Absolutely.
Ooh, baby.
Pretty good?
Holy shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Clinton uses a 4-liter wine for sack runs, Gallo 4-liter.
Not mad at that at all.
I I like that idea.
That way you get a free bottle for storage. Hell yeah.
Get a bottle out of Carlo Rossi.
I don't know that I'd proof that down.
Try.
That's pretty good. I don't have any idea what the proof is, but I don't think it's 100.
I think it's deceptively high.
Well, I think there's also a lot of alcohol in those pineapple chunks over there.
Yeah.
So it extracted some.
You save those?
I just pitched them.
You can definitely eat them.
Yeah.
And they're going to be very stout.
I should have thought about it. So what are you saying? Do you think the fruit soaks up more alcohol content than water content?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Go eat one.
Well, like why?
Oh, I don't know why. I don't know the science
Just
of
leave
why.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe just add a little sugar. Or
I would
what?
add some sugar. Let's see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
You need a lid for that jar.
I got one here.
That's awesome.
Super. Didn't miss the pineapple flavor.
Darius asks, at what point would you clean a still that you've been using a lot with a vinegar run? So if I've been using a still, like we use these stills pretty regularly, we don't do vinegar runs on these unless there's been a modification to them where we've done some soldering or something like that. There's really no need to. Even after multiple runs, and it'll be time to clean a still, I will just clean it with Star Sand. Because it's just a really quick and easy way to clean it. There's no manufacturing kinds of unknowns that I would be worried about. So
You're not going to ever over clean your still, right?
right.
I mean, if you've waited until your run and you have leaching from the past run, whether stuff hanging out in your condenser, your worm, whatever, and it blows off in the heads and it's never a big deal, and you run frequently enough that your still's not growing stuff inside of it or just getting nasty or you're getting off flavors, like you're probably fine. But I mean, you're never going to clean it too much. So if that's just rinsing out with some water and some Star Sand once every couple times you run it or once every couple months, like not in the grand scheme of things, not going to eat up that much of your time.
Yeah.
Is it 100% necessary? No, probably not. But is it going to hurt you? Also, no, definitely not.
Right.
So, I don't know. Kevin.
Jason says Ozark Stillworks uses dehydrated fruits for post-flavor brandy. Doesn't dilute your proof. I have never used a dehydrated fruit for post-flavor. Well, not with brandy. I have done it with mead, and it works real well. I'm not familiar with, I guess because it's dehydrated, it really is going to soak up mostly water instead of alcohol. I guess that makes sense.
It's like a redneck shake weight.
Yeah. There was a Winsong made a comment up there. I missed it. It's already scrolled by.
Well, I hate to miss Winsong's comments while we're doing anything post-flavor related.
Right. She might be giving you some real
Help us.
Mud grips, our dog won't let us. He eats our peckers. Is that what you're?
I have
That's
no
what
idea what
Winsong-
that's in reference to.
That's what.
Get
I missed part of the conversation.
that
obviously.
Aquafina ass real quick.
Mud grip said. My
Clinton says he thinks we lost propane. I think you're right. You're right. Nice call. We got another bottle sitting right here.
Can't tell. I'm going to let the air bubbles / possibly floating sugar settle and see where I'm at as far as the mixing of this went. I can tell you right now, I see a few granules at the bottom. Yeah, here's your bubbles, dude. Let that clear back up. See what it looks like. I can see just billions of little sugar crystals swimming around in there still. So I don't think I'm done quite yet, but Joe, I don't know. I don't know what you mean, Zach. If you didn't have an oops. I don't know, brother. You know? What I mean?
I don't.
We got. Man, I hope this turns out good. It's already pretty good. And I was hoping I would have to proof it down a little bit, so I just so I would have more of it.
Yeah.
Well, we are.
It burns me up that there's just no way to check the proof of this.
Don't worry about it, man.
I mean, it doesn't bother me too bad. It's not like I have to know. I hate it, but.
Well, it's just a good reminder to take notes.
It is nice.
Label your jars.
It is nice to be able to hand someone something and be like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a surprise.
You're a grown adult, aren't you? Take a sip, set it down, come back to it in 45 minutes. Okay, I think I got all the sugar dissolved. I'm gonna let it finish clearing up and let this stuff up here that's around fully.
Mm-hmm. All righty.
I'll give her a second taste there. Yeah, Joe, when I initially poured some fine Florida crystals off in there, I may have accidentally dumped a little bit more than I was meaning to. But I think we'll be fine. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it was that much, but it was definitely more than I meant to.
Zach's oops face needs to be a thumbnail.
I don't talk about my oops face. Only my wife gets to talk about my oops face. Oh, golly. Well, got some little bit of sugar floating around at the top.
It'd clear up. Does shaking the jar to see the bubbles help in guessing the proof? There are clues when you shake a bubble, the size of the beads and how quickly the beads disappear, the bubble beads. It's not an exact science, though.
Shake a bottle of isopropyl alcohol and you'll kind of, versus a bottle of water, and you can kind of see.
It's true. The size of the bubbles, which I think is a proponent of like surface area tension.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is like, as goofy as it does sound, there is actually, it is kind of a nice way to somewhat gauge, but it's like a guessing science.
Yeah, you could get, like, if you just spent time.
Some of the people here are pretty good on it with the proof.
If you just spent time with a hydrometer, shaking it, noticing things with a different jar, different proof, like you could get pretty good at it.
I think so too.
Double Barrel Daryl from Facebook. What's up, brother? All right.
That's close enough.
I think that's close enough. Let's give her a little snort here, boys. Where's Joe?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Does anyone talk to Joe today?
She was in the chat, like,
she was here earlier.
Right when we started, and I haven't seen her since.
Joe, are you lurking in here? I miss you. Please come home. Let me try this. Ooh.
What did you do last night, dear? Oh, I watched two grown men shake a bottle of moonshine. Good night.
We're going to find out together.
Double Barrel Daryl, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
There's Joe. She says, I'm here. She's just been lurking this time.
Hello, Joe.
In a shot glass. I'm a civilized human.
Who you lying to?
Who you lying? Who you talking to? Who do you think you're talking to?
Who you lying to? That crap. What do we think of this? What can we do to it?
That's different.
I think a little water is not going to hurt it.
I think a little water's not going to hurt it now.
Well, absolutely won't hurt it, but I think it's pretty good.
Why is it?
Are you?
Did you dump a lot of sugar in it?
Not like a ton.
Okay. The
probably like-
commenters were talking about it was too much, maybe.
Probably like maybe not quite a half cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Like it's not. You didn't make it sweet. This is brandy-ish.
I think I want to put some water in it.
Okay.
I just want to thin it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of flavor.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily a lot of sugar, but it's just so much flavor.
I agree. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to put a little water in this.
Work hard, play hard says, I love the low maintenance of a keg still. For sure. Yep. Well, I mean, this keg still was a standard keg for a long time with just the 2-inch opening on the top, no drain holes. That's not very convenient because it's a pain in the butt to fill. It's a pain in the butt to drain. It's a pain in the butt to clean. But if you've got some modifications where you have, at least like a 4-inch
Scroll up. I told you.
opening. And so,
Windsong, it's too far gone.
38 p.m. one song. Remember, 2 months. Eat 1 cup of sugar and 2 cups of water. Add 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla extract and pour it into the jar.
Oh.
The ship has sailed on the sugar. So that's not going to be an option. I did just add the water. Maybe I should have heated it up. It's not too late for the vanilla. And I think we do have some vanilla laying around.
there's some vanilla in there.
I guess if you heated up the whole jar, you would evaporate. Yeah. I'm just thinking about how you could do this retroactively. What is the heating sugar and water just to get them to melt Windsong?
If you want to.
Yeah, do it.
I think it would be nice because vanilla, I find, kind of like, how sometimes when you get a brandy and it's like a little sharp,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like vanilla can kind of mellow it out a little bit.
Well, you heard it. You heard it from the queen.
Don't.
If she says
Worry
vanilla,
about it. Call him back.
when you made the bourbon from store-bought breakfast cereal, how hard was it to separate out the liquids? When I did that one, I'm trying to think back. I used one of my fermenters that has the bazooka filters in it, so it has a drain on the bottom. You just open it up, and it was kind of a pain in the butt to. They kept clogging up, and I have a little hose that I attach to the valve on the bottom and just blow air back into it, and it kind of pushes things off of the filters. It'll drain for a little while longer, and then I got to do it again. It was kind of a pain in the butt. If I did it again, I would probably just siphon off the top and not worry about trying to get all of the last little bit. She says you'll probably need a tablespoon now.
I put very little in there. I put maybe a half tablespoon, probably not even that, maybe closer to a teaspoon. I'm just going to try a little bit, taste it, see if I think more would benefit it.
Add more if you think so.
I think I'll probably end up getting closer to that tablespoon now. Baker's imitation vanilla. That's what this is.
I think he was.
Yeah, it's just the cheap stuff.
I think he was judging.
Windsong, it'd be tough to have an exact measurement on that. I measured with my heart, but I would think somewhere south of half a cup.
Yeah, I think it is made from beaver ass.
Is it really made from beaver ass?
Yeah, I think so.
No shit.
Makes a lot of sense. Have you ever smelt one?
Not that.
Vanilla. Beaver must be around here. Y'all didn't tell me you had beaver here.
Is that a beaver anal gland I'm smelling? Or is that just a delicious pie in a window somewhere?
Nick says, go back in the video. It was closer to a cup plus.
We don't have
LOL.
instant replay here, so.
Oh, dude.
Are we getting there?
Oh my god, it's like a completely different thing now.
Okay.
It's still you get the pineapple, but it's very much more like mellowed out.
Man, what's the deal with vanilla? Why is it
What
just
the
special
hell?
like that?
What the hell?
It's a little magic, huh?
Appreciate the follows over there on TikTok. Sorry, I kind of during this live, you are somewhat neglected. If you feel that way, you're not 100% wrong about it. That said, I can see all your comments over here. If you comment something, I'll.
Clinton says, "Oh,
sorry,
I lost my
back.
check. I am absolutely judging all these spirits, and you don't have real extract.
Yeah,
You
I
can
mean,
get 50 sticks on Amazon for $26.
that could be a stream topic. Is just making some vanilla extract. So damn easy to
It's
do.
on the list
Yeah.
of videos to make.
This is a whole new shine.
I'll have some. Windsong is giving you more advice, and I think you should take it.
You only added half. You need at least another half cup. Man, see, I was thinking the sugar was like there already. I'm listening to Windsong though. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not
Well, I
rejecting
can-
that advice.
I can tell you this. I don't argue with her about that stuff.
Mm-mm.
She nails it.
That is per half gallon.
Not just vanilla. You guys can make all kinds of extracts.
Love that idea.
Boy. So what are we doing? You guys tasted this?
Oh, yeah. I'm tasting it right now. I'm also reading.
Sorry.
It's a lot better.
It's a lot better,
It is
right?
better.
It just spreads everything out.
Yeah, it's just smoothed, evened out.
Um,
What do you
Yeah.
think? More sugar?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, I mean, if she said it, you should probably just do it.
All right. Windsong, watch me do this.
Did our fire go out again? Clinton says.
Or should I just...
No. Kind of low, though.
It is pretty low. Should I just measure this out? Or should
Yeah.
I go back in with the heart?
Measure it out. We're measuring now.
Stephanie,
Well, what'd she say, half
This is
cup?
pineapple brandy. Half cup, she said. Golly, doesn't that just look like a lot in there, though? I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I was nowhere near half a cup the first time. I just watched myself
So compared to what you're seeing right now, how much did you pour in there
half. Quarter cup.
earlier?
Yeah,
So it was less than that. I didn't
Oh, yeah.
see it, so
100%.
gotcha.
It felt like a lot when I was pouring it in because some whooshed out, and then I instantly...
She says use the palm of your hand.
I'm in there with it. Yeah, I was definitely like a ton less the first go around.
Or are you saying pour it into the palm of your hand and that's a half cup? Or
I don't know if I can get
I
it.
wouldn't be able to
Is
fit
that
a half
what- what are
cup
you
in my
I
saying?
got
hand.
a pretty
That's-
good sized hand too.
if you got a rule of thumb here, I'm interested. What is that? Use the palm of your hand.
I mean, if I was like that, that would be about right.
Yeah.
But if I was just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be a sugar bomb now.
Yes, I'm anxious about it. You could always just add more of your favorite vanilla, Clinton.
I think we will now, right? We will add more vanilla.
I was doing this one time and I didn't have the lid on good.
Joe says, oh my God.
Jeez.
That's good to know, Windsong. I like that.
More bubbles for the Duke. That's right. We know how much he likes them. He's still in here lurking. He said he went to bed, but he's still here.
He lied. Dude, standing at his microwave making some Hot Pockets, watching us on his iPhone.
Some bangers and
Do they eat Hot Pockets, you think, over there?
Probably.
For sure.
Why not?
I don't know. Some things don't translate.
Yeah.
Like there's things they eat over there that we wouldn't like.
Like if they had a pre-made meal of toast and beans, we would not.
Haggis.
We would
Nobody
not have
eats
it.
haggis over here.
I don't even know what that is.
You know what haggis is? how the turntables have oscillated. Haggis is like sheep intestine, like some organ, like maybe it's organs cooked inside sheep intestine.
Oh,
Or
good.
something like that.
Sounds great.
Very traditional, I think, Scottish dish.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible. I've never had it.
Joe eats it.
I would try it. I eat haggis. Yeah. It's a wild dish. I mean, that goes without saying. I'm not knocking it. I've never tried it. I don't know if it's good, bad.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it sounds like. It's probably not good, but it's got to be if that many people have been eating it for that long, you know?
She says it's going to be a pain to mix up all the sugar that way.
Can't add any more water. I mean, I think maybe I could. I don't know.
A Whiskey Rebel is asking, how about a Windsong recipe book per chance? That is something in the works. It's been in the works for a while. It's going to be done, I don't know when. So
Jeffrey says,
it'll happen eventually.
get you some of that chard in there. Them sheep organs.
Try some pan-fried purple-eyed drones.
Some what now?
I don't even know.
Just like rocking a baby to sleep. I think I got it all now.
Forbidden lemonade.
We need a paint mixer.
We have a paint mixer.
No, I'm talking about like
The shaker.
Vibration plate thing.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
yeah.
You might could get an old beaker vibration plate, like an old used one. It's very similar, but you use it for stuff like that. Just they're super cool.
Lawrence, it's pineapple brandy. But in hindsight, probably sat on pineapples for far too long. I don't regret it though. I mean, the pineapple flavor is nice.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it, but it's just kind of something that I like the color of it a lot better now too.
More like lemonade rather than
More like lemonade and less like pee-pee.
high B12 PP.
Urine that someone doesn't drink enough water. If it's like Boudin, I like it. Breton.
User 2780726070075. I think they call that sake.
Yes. Make a rice wine and distill it.
Oh, Windsong says could be ready in a week. Well, if I think I'm probably the one to do the formatting.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Windsong's been writing it. I've been doing I'll end up doing the formatting. And if that is the case, and I could be wrong, a week is probably pushing it.
I didn't know sake wasn't distilled.
Is it just
It's just rice
wine?
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
I thought it was distilled.
No, Koji, yeah. Yellow label angel yeast. I've never
I
made
think
it.
we've had this conversation in the chat before.
Maybe
Maybe
we
it's
did.
soju. I'm getting soju and sake
Yeah,
inflated with one another.
told you.
Sake's fermented and squeezed wine. If you distill it, it falls under soju. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Double Barrel Daryl's asking, did you ferment pineapple for the brandy or just did post flavor?
The pineapple brandy was pineapple juice, store-bought pineapple juice. I just started with that as my base. If I'm remembering correctly, it did start off on the fruit canned pineapple juice because I backed up the syrup in the pineapple for instead of bumping with sugar, bumping with that. I'm not remembering the brand. I probably have notes on this in my closet, but yeah, there was fruit on it. I did a 2-stage fermentation, and I pulled the pineapple chunks off after like right around somewhere between 10 and 14 days. Yeah, it was a mixture of both. Mostly pineapple juice, though.
It is still not dissolved.
I don't think so.
Nope. I think it's about that time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For another intermission.
The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. All right, well, the big hands on the 12, little hands on the 7. It's the top of the hour. What's that mean for you fine folks at home? Time to go get a beer, maybe take a bathroom break. Dude, maybe make some Hot Pockets, like the kind, the Tostino's Hot Pockets that you make and they'll explode if you microwave them a little too long. Mm-hmm. Go get some of those. Those always sound nice. Maybe some taquitos. Enjoy a nice little break here. You're going to get a word from our sponsors as well as what went into this run before we flipped the cameras on and started the live. Hang tight. We will be right back. What's up, man? What do we got going tonight?
We are preparing this magnificent piece of equipment to run our 15.5-gallon keg that we had modified, got the 8-inch port at the top, got 2 2-inch ports at the bottom, be able to run this thing with electric or propane, be able to drain it easily, be able to fill it easily. We've got reducer down to 3-inch, 8-inch to 3-inch. We got a 3-inch to 2-inch. We got a 3-inch back up to 4-inch. We'll be able to run all kinds of configurations on this thing.
I'm liking it. I'm liking the versatility.
Get an 8-inch to 5-inch reducer and run the fat tin cap on it.
Oh, yeah. Just put a North Georgia fat cap on there.
Options, my friends.
Options.
So
diversify your stills.
We've got about 3.5 gallons, 4-inch gallons, maybe 3.5 gallons of feints that are feints from neutral spirit runs where we did feint runs.
You should throw those out. Get rid of them.
So we've already ran these once, at least. Part of them probably been ran twice, and that's about the maximum limit because you start to stack your methanol at that point, and you don't want to do that. So now all of this just turns into alcohol for cleaning runs. So that's what we're doing.
Well, it's a good thing we got a big mouth on this.
It's got a big mouth.
Easy to fill. I will give it that.
Close that.
Whoa!
That's the only time I've ever done that.
Hey, but our shoes are sanitized now.
Our shoes are sanitized.
Win-win. What else we got going? Oh, we got a little mail from Jason down there in Louisiana.
A little bit of a mail call.
Not sure what all's in this. I see some stickers, see some bottles. Probably got some good stuff in it.
Yeah.
We'll save that bad boy and open it up on the live. This was an interesting one. If you guys have been watching the lives for very long, we did a pineapple kiwi brandy. Now, essentially, just pretty much a pineapple brandy. I was digging through my Shine closet the other day, and I noticed,
just hiding in the back,
what's this little jar of goodness here? And I pulled it out, and it's all get yellow tinted now. It's been sitting on this pineapple for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
probably
I think
amazing.
I say we pull it out of here, filter it off the pineapple,
all right,
and then consider proofing it down, because if I remember right, this is pretty high proof.
Okay.
So I think we proof it down, and then I was on live earlier this week with Shua, and he said, you got a brandy, sometimes you're like, all right, is it missing something?
Back sweeten.
Ever think about sugar? Ever think about no, I'm a post-flavoring. I'm never just adding straight sugar.
Yeah.
So going to give that a try. We'll see how it turns out.
Hell yeah. See you on the live.
Hand cut copper, a torch's flame, built to last, I ain't one the same. Rolling that sheet, bending that steel, ever still got a story to tell, the proof's still. Give it a go. You can't go wrong. The copper's still cold.
And we're back. Well, break flew by. Hope you got those Hot Pockets, Tostino's pizza rolls, whatever it was that you were missing in your life. I hope you found it during the break. It's clearing up.
It is, isn't it?
It's clearing up. So I think maybe I'm going to take another swallow of this and see how much it's changed and where it's at. And should we do more? Should we not do more? Should we? I think I'm thinking if we do anything else, I may add a little bit more vanilla because I only put a couple splashes in here and it seemed to have a pretty big
Quite an effect.
Yeah.
Boudin Hot Pockets and gumbo. So just before the break, the Adam spilt
Like banana
Brandy on his keyboard. He's frantically trying to get that cleaned up.
You know it's a bad time. Lost our chat though. Yeah. Sorry.
For a second, I thought that you had 267 viewers on your TikTok live because that's what it was showing on the screen, but you don't. It was someone else's live.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Someone else's live.
Is that going?
Yes. What do you think of that now?
Let me see. I agree.
A little bit more vanilla?
A little bit more vanilla, I think. We'll do it. And by the way, we do have non-imitation vanilla back there, if it matters to you.
Maybe we
Doesn't
go
matter to me.
50-50? Doesn't matter to me either, really. I don't notice a big difference. Is there a big difference to you?
I have no idea. I'm just letting you know it's back there.
Drop 1 in the chat for the bakers. Type 2 in the chat for the real deal vanilla extract. Let me know what you think I should do. Two instantly from Clinton. It's almost like he was waiting to press the other number.
Yeah. Two. I don't think.
Moon,
I bet you don't get a single
Uncle
one.
Moonshine 2. Tony Hughes 2.
F in the chat. F in the chat.
Well, it looks like it's damn 2. All right.
It's just down in that box somewhere.
Yeah, we got all kinds of flavoring things in here.
Windsong says, throw that fake shit away.
Throw that bullshit away. Well, there's all kinds of. You got butter extract over here, cinnamon, caramel, peppermint, mint.
There's all kinds of stuff over there.
Natural lime, pure vanilla extract, vanilla bean extracts.
We were doing a whole bunch of post flavor mead experiment.
Bro, cake batter
At a certain time. Yeah.
pineapple upside down shine.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it over there. I don't know if it's going to end up in there, but
Hey,
dude,
there's absolutely nothing wrong with experimentation.
I didn't even know they made cake batter flavor. What does everyone think about the cake batter?
I mean, I'm down,
Pineapple upside down cake?
right?
Okay, first off, I know I'm wanting to do this. Pure vanilla extract, okay?
Oh, that is exactly enough.
That's good. Okay.
I'm not the one. I'm not the guy.
Two little drizzles. Yes, do it. 1 cinnamon stick. I don't think I'm putting cinnamon in this. Dash of cinnamon, multiple people. How do people post flavor and keep it clear? And that's a great question.
Well, you can get clear extracts, and that's the only way to do post flavor and keep it clear. That's the only way I know of.
Hey, when's? Oh no. That's the second call from them I've gotten.
Probably take it.
That
Granddad? All right, Zach's gonna jump off here for a minute. So Windsong, he's considering putting some cake batter extract in here. Throw your 2 cents in on the cake batter. He wants to give it a shot. He won't have any clue how much to put in there or anything. Flavor during distillation, yeah, you can keep it clear if you flavor during distillation. That's just not post flavor. Clinton says, Zach, put a little in a glass, then add cake extract to taste it. That's a good tip right there. Before tainting the whole jar. Oh, Clinton said taint. That's a good idea. I'm over here grabbing a glass so he can try that. The keys stick, you licking them clean?
Licking them clean.
Windsong says, go for it. I'm interested in what he creates. All right. All right, so I'm going to actually pour a little in this glass for him. We're going to call that 4 ounces. Roger from Irving, Texas. Glad you're in the chat, brother. Thank you.
all right.
So, Windsong says to go for it. She's interested to see what you create. Clinton came up with a good idea. Put some in a glass, add a little to it instead of tainting the whole jar.
Oh,
That's probably the best idea. If you post flavor, Colton is asking, if you post flavor with any type of sugar, does that give your shine shelf life? Man, I don't know. I know Windsong has had stuff sitting for, let's see. Recently, I think you had one, correct me if I'm wrong, Windsong, from 2021, and it was still good. So there was no shelf life on that. I don't remember what it was. I want to guess and say that it was butter pecan, but I'm not sure about that.
Oh man, this smells awesome. It smells just like
that is
pineapple upside down cake. You know what I mean? All right.
Ooh, that's thick.
Why is it so thick?
I don't know. Give it a swirl, or I can give you something to stir with if you'd rather.
Maybe I should have.
Here's you a little something.
Not use if seal in her cap is missing or broken. I think it's just thick. Oh, bring some of that yellow back.
Back to B12P.
Back to piss. Well, this is just a regular old experimentation we got going on over here. This is plug and play at its finest.
That is really bright.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I didn't catch the name. Who was asking? Oh, Tony Hughes is asking if the adapter on the keg is from Mile High. It is not. The guy who did the fabrication, he purchased it somewhere. It's just a standard 8-inch tri-clamp. You know how the Mile High has the rolled over edges? This is like a standard tri-clamp. I didn't even know that Mile High still sold those 8-inch adapters for the kegs until I think it was you that I was talking to about it. Actually, wasn't it? But yeah, it's just standard.
That was definitely a benefit. Added a little bit more.
Which I kind of like because, now I can use any kind of reducer that I want, 8-inch to 5-inch, 8-inch to 4. The only thing I have right now is an 8 to 3, so I can go to a 3-inch column or a 2-inch column. But I would like to be able to go to like my 4-inch cap or my 5-inch. No, that's a 6-inch cap.
Lucas, we're still messing with it, brother. Dude, we've went nuts here. We've got sugar in this now. We've got vanilla extract, and we have cake batter flavor. Look at that. That's crazy now.
Yeah. It's getting kind of a Gatorade color.
We're shooting for a pineapple upside down cake flavor.
Tony, I don't know where the guy got it. I can find out.
Man, great nose.
He does custom fabrication. He builds all kinds of stuff. So he has a supplier where he can get like any kind of reducer like that stuff. But I am going to have him order me an 8 to, at the very least, I'm going to get an 8 to 6.
Look at this. Glass.
Oh, I guess you weren't going to let me use your shot glass, were you?
Get you damn cooties or give you some of mine. Huh?
Cooties are weak. Nothing wrong.
Your cooties are beta cooties.
Beta cooties.
My cooties would fucking eat yours.
Oh my gosh. That is so close to like a pineapple upside down cake flavor.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense. We have cake batter. Listen, I'm not trying to get too weird on this, but do you have very much experience messing around with the butter extract?
None. No.
I almost wish there was just a little bit of more of a kind of a creamy soft in there, because I'm still getting just a little bit of that sharp from the pineapple, which I want the pineapple flavor. I don't want to like completely do away with it, but I would like if it was a little bit like more soft, mellow.
Yeah. I don't know. The butter extract might do that.
Winsong, what say you on the butter extract?
Beria says you can't actually make scotch unless you live in Scotland.
Use your glass and add a little butter extract, just like we did with the cake batter. All right.
So the answer to that is you can't sell something called scotch unless you made it in Scotland. You can absolutely make scotch. You just can't put it on a shelf and sell it as scotch. Those rules are all just trade agreements between countries.
It's just marketing. It's just marketing. If someone can articulate and explain to me, and again, I understand climates, I understand aging things in different places is going to give you a different result based off of climate. Sure. I get that. I get it. But you explain to me how you can't make scotch if you live in Florida versus, Scotland. And I get it. But the aging, we all know, like if you're aging over, like a 12-year Glenlivet, you're telling me that you're going to notice.
Oh, this was definitely not made in Scotland.
What? Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, if there's any marshmallow extract in the stash, it'll be better than the butter for what you're wanting.
There you go.
Dude, she's a freaking.
Let me go see. I don't know if I put any in. I know there's marshmallows, actual marshmallows.
There's legitimate marshmallows, Winsong. What would that be like?
Hey, don't we have marshmallow extract on the shelf?
I don't think so. Knops, orange liqueur, Swiss chocolate, almond, apricot, hazelnut, cranberry, ginger, watermelon, cherry, apricot, wood. No. Make sure it's not one of those I didn't already put up top.
Oh, I see. Caramel peppermint. Nope. No, we don't have any.
All right, I'm going to try a little bit of the butter.
No marshmallow. Quinn says, I did make a marshmallow pumpkin pie filling with corn my first October distilling. Came out okay, but the marshmallows need to dissolve post distill to get the flavor. Winsong says, put some in it. What can it hurt by now? Yeah. Good way to look at it.
Oh, man. Dude, wild. That's crazy. Smells like some damn Orville Redenbachers.
Yeah. Smells like butter popcorn.
Like a kid at like a damn Build-A-Bear. You know?
Build a shine.
Build a shine. And I feel like we're, you know, I feel like it's not what it is, which is just a Neanderthal mixing shit into some shine because I have this dropper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You need a lab coat and you'll feel perfect. Mud Grip says you just open the bag and extract the marshmallow.
Oh shit, that was it.
Oh yeah?
That's the smooth. It is no longer like sharp. I've just got to figure out how to mix it in here at the correct ratio to the.
That's really good.
That's like
Yeah.
the best yet, right?
Yeah.
That have since we've been messing with it. Okay. Yeah, I would agree. That's now. Let me go. That's the closest to the pineapple upside down cake flavor that I was shooting for.
Yeah. Joe says, would you ever be able to duplicate it? No. Not happening.
No, this is a one-off.
This is an
I can
experiment.
get close, right?
Like,
everything's on video.
yeah, but still, like, this is an experiment that you go like, oh yeah, this is doable, and then you try again later and you measure shit, or you turn Winsong loose on it. Say, hey,
She could make a better
How
one
about-
than what I've made here.
how,
100%. Like I know that.
right?
But I mean, I think like using the butter with the cake, with the vanilla, there's something there. And if you got the ratios right and you did the sugar right better, than like cooked it down and proofed down with the sugar solution,
Yeah,
that's going to make a difference.
yeah,
Like this could be,
could be awesome.
yeah,
That's
because this is really good, and we're just jacking around,
right.
So like I could imagine what Winsong could do to this.
Whiskey Rebel says, is Adam putting a puzzle together?
Dude, Adam's digging
Yeah,
time on the keyboard right now.
Adam, I mean, he holds a straight face, but he's not real happy at the moment.
And I don't blame him.
Moonshiner Chad in the Ticket Talker Live. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother man? Saw you doing some work on your Shine Shack. Looks like it's coming along pretty good. That still looks snazzy in there, my boy.
Moonshiner Chad went full Cadillac, didn't he?
Dude, he did, man. Can't hide money.
Can't hide money.
Can't hide that money. Not gonna read that, Tony. Not trying to throw fuel on fire. He read it on his own.
Yeah, it tastes good.
And it's delicious. Wing from a bat, tail from a crow, and an itty bitty drop of Fago.
Okay.
Disney's in the house. She just got gifted a membership.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Windsong got her earlier.
Took care of you there. Man. All right. Okay, I'm hoping this is the last iteration here. I don't know how much more tasting I can survive.
Yeah, this is my last little bit.
They're offering you.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is we've been taking droppers worth instead of doing
Full shot.
damn half shots or full shots.
All right. You're going to lose your comments for a second. I'm going to do a little test type.
Comments have been lost.
Quick. Okay.
And enjoying responsibly, just tasting very, 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 very small amounts each time. Also, it's proof down. It's not very strong.
We're good for now.
It's really good. That's like the best iteration so far, which is good because like you can't go backwards anyway.
Right. Your keyboard.
I'm just not going to get close to the keyboard time, probably.
Slam it over here, yeah.
Rick with 5 membership gifts. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Brother Rick. Stack memberships, brother.
Better than golden honey.
Better than golden honey or fiat money.
I thought a cop was going by.
You guys pulling in here,
That's
right?
Was that a
better than
cop?
before? Like okay, before, but have that have that sharp like, hey, like this is
Now this is
yeah. I can imagine that once I put this in my freezer at the house, that I could just take a couple big swallers and just have no issues.
Yeah.
Right before bed, just a couple nice little sips right out of the freezer. Oh, sleep like a baby.
That was a pizza delivery driver.
I noticed that. What was he doing up
I
there?
thought it was a cop. I don't know what he was doing.
No, it was a
Yeah.
Domino's guy.
Yeah.
For work.
Yeah. Okay. So, one last sip. Really good. Very happy with this, especially for the method that we used to make it, which
Did
was
we though?
pretty super. Yeah, Winsong. Thank you, Winsong.
It was methodological.
Yeah,
Method-
just adding some flavors and going, it'd be better, kind of maybe had a little bit of this, or it was a little creamier, a little softer, a little more of this. So very happy with that. I'm going to take it home, put it in the freezer, and enjoy some cold, because I think you drink this cold, it's going to be absolute problem.
Yeah, and that's actually how you do it. Like you just test, you add things.
Wish it had a little bit.
If you screw up and go too far one way, you try again.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Winsong doing it in the kitchen. Like that's how she builds her recipes. She comes up with an idea and thinks maybe a little this, maybe a little that, and over time she'll get it, nailed down.
Well, I'm happy with that. I mean, color-wise, there's not much I can do. It looks like urine, which is what it is. I'm not going to be able to change anything about that. Maybe just put a clear pineapple upside-down cake sticker on it and make it more appetizing visually. But, I mean, I think taste-wise, I'm pretty happy with that, especially just kind of jacking around with some cake batter.
With a
butter,
shine you forgot you had.
and some vanilla. Yeah, this was literally just wasting away in a closet, was forgotten about, and then now I'm going to put this in my freezer, and when someone comes over and is feeling a little froggy about having some shine, I'll be like, hey, take a sip of that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? It's going to go right next to the caramel apple that I still have about a half gallon of. No, sorry. Maybe a quart of, a little less than a quart, to be honest. I've been drinking it a little bit.
Clinton makes a good point about keeping an eye on it, that it doesn't freeze if the ABV is dropped down too far.
I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that. I think, honestly, after tasting it, knowing that I just proofed it down a little bit, I'd say it's probably somewhere around 50, 60 proof.
Yeah, so you can't put it in the freezer.
Put it in the fridge.
Yeah, put it in the fridge.
I'll put it in the fridge.
I mean, you can put it in the freezer, but it will slush up for sure.
What's
It'll get
the,
some very least.
what's the percentage where it won't slush up?
Not
right
sure.
around 100.
Yeah, it's higher than 50.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
That's
I was,
a Google question,
Yeah,
maybe.
that'd be a good
I
Google.
was just thinking about like how that could be a method you use when you really have no idea what the ABV is. You take a little sample and you stick it in the freezer.
Does it freeze?
Yeah, does it freeze?
Kind of like
Beers is right.
if it lights on fire, it's at least 100.
Yeah, right.
Clinton says it has to be over 40%. Doesn't freeze. Okay, so it doesn't freeze or higher. So maybe if it's around 50, it might not freeze.
That damn caramel apple is a game changer. I'm telling you right now, I've tried a ton of different post-flavored shines from a whole bunch of different people. The caramel apple, right off the teat, still while it's just a little bit warm, is, I'm telling you right now, it could ruin my whole life.
It's the best thing I've had here.
That was really good.
I'd heat it up in a spoon and throw it right in the arm. I mean, that stuff is, I'm telling you right now, it's an absolute problem.
I still have that little jar you guys gave me. Every once in a while, I'll just take a tiny little.
Uncle Moonshine says you were supposed to send him some. Do you remember telling him you would?
I think you're just saying that, man. I don't know. You're going to be here before long. We'll make up a fresh batch for you. I thought about pulling the apples out of mine the other day.
Yeah. Thailand, the base was pineapple.
Pineapple. This is called Swinger Shine.
Right.
Upside down pineapple cake.
Upside down pineapple cake. Really happy with that. Gonna throw it in the fridge. See how it is cold. I would imagine. I mean, generally, I think with all alcohols, if you drink it warm and it's good, it's almost always better cold.
Yeah.
There are exceptions to that.
Give me a few. Sake, I agree with sake. I think sake's better warm.
The butter pecan is very good warm. I like it.
The caramel apple's crazy warm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would kind of tend to agree with you. I think more of the how would I describe those? More of like the candy shines.
Yeah.
Are really good warm.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, kind of like in the
Make
sense
a hot
that
toddy with them.
kind of like in the sense that a hot pie is better than a cold pie.
Some
I guess chocolate pie is better cold.
chocolate pie is very good cold.
Coconut cream is better cold.
Cold, yeah. So maybe there is some give and take there, but I would say generally speaking, the majority of alcohols are better cold.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. Also, room temp.
Clinton, I have had some cold sakis. I probably just haven't had the right ones. I'm not really well versed in sakis. I know I like them, and when we go to a place that has a bunch of them, I like to try a couple different ones. Generally, the house sake hot, I'm normally very happy with that. I don't have too sophisticated a palate. If you guys could guess, but I can pick out differences, and I don't normally associate good or bad with most of them. I have preferences, and I think just generally speaking, a lot of the really top shelf stuff you can buy is just it's just hype. A lot of it. Some of it is very good. I'm not gonna downplay that, but room temp on the sake or room temp on the shine, Paul?
I think he was talking about the shine.
Oh.
Shady Homesteader wants to know if you'll teach him how to make moonshine.
Brother, I think you know. Shady Homesteader in the chat. If you don't know him and you've got anything that's kind of moonshine related business wise, he's probably your best option for t-shirts.
Get a little merch.
He's who we'll be using for not only all our merch coming here pretty soon as we can get it all switched over, but also the Shine On Festival. So go support your boy. Go check him out. He's the Shady Homesteader over on TikTok, brother. Feel free to type your business handles in the chat. It's just a few guys over on TikTok, but the main show is over here and the rest of the chat, and they can see what you type. If you're on TikTok and you throw something in the chat, the people on YouTube and Facebook can see it. So
Yeah, so Moonshiner Chad, Winsong has seen that you said hi. You won't see when she tells you hi back, but
yeah, you won't be able to see what
She saw
they
you.
say, but they can all see what you say. You're in a conjoined chat over there.
so if you want to get the full experience of the drip cam, which is a camera pointing right at the jar, and chat with where you see whether someone is on Facebook or TikTok or wherever, you got to go to the YouTube channel to get the full version.
If you've only ever enjoyed from over on TikTok, you're really actually kind of missing out. Now, before we were able to do restream and everything. It was horizontal over on TikTok. But if you want the best experience, honestly, it's over at Still in the Clear on YouTube is probably the best place, or Facebook. Doesn't really matter. You get a lot more perks and benefits, and yeah. Shitty Homesteader, we've been called many things in our life. I don't think fancy's one of them.
We're striving, though.
We're trying. We're trying. We'll have nice shit and be fancy one day.
Chad, if you're still over there in the TikTok world, Winsong says she misses the hell out of you, brother.
That Chad's a good one.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think it's 7:30. Sack Run's definitely kind of done its magic,
Ran
done its
plenty.
work, did exactly what we needed to do, and yeah. So, what do you think? Cut her loose?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun hanging out with everybody. We appreciate everybody that's been in the chat and hanging out with us. A lot of you guys who are here with us week after week. Great seeing you. Great hanging out with you. And we will be seeing you next Thursday at 5 p.m.
Central
Channel.
Time.